It's a whole bunch of brothers out here hoeing, but they think they pimping. They out here accumulating all types of vaginal wealth, pussy collecting, you know, collecting twat tokens. And I'm laughing, but it really ain't funny. I love my brothers. I love my men. I love my brothers. Um, but that doesn't mean I'm not here to hold you accountable. Just like I want to be held accountable. We got to hold each other accountable, because if we're not holding each other accountable, then there's no standard of excellence for us to be, reaching for or maintaining or you know what I mean. So yeah, so the brothers out here, hoeing, but they thinking they pimping, collecting all this vaginal wealth, sleeping with her, sleeping with her, sleeping with her, sleeping with her, sleeping with her. And a few of these hers have husbands and children, families. And we already outnumber y'all. The sisters outnumber the brothers. So there's plenty of available non-married single women for you to, have sex with or have relationships with. Oh, but you know what? You're not going to do that because that means commitment. So you out here hoeing thinking you pimping. And it's got to stop. And, so many of the brothers are doing it, and it's really sad, but the sisters are letting them do it. The sisters are letting them do it. Y'all know what they doing. And if you said no, and then he turned to her, and then she said no, and then he turned to the other one, and then she said no, and all the doors would be closed, all the legs would be closed, where could he go? He would have to look at himself. And if he's using sex as medicine, that's a problem within itself. The brothers got to do some serious self-reflecting and some work. But my issue is with the so-called conscious brothers who are doing this. My issue is with it all. Like you if you are with someone, you should be able to be with them in the light. Love in the light. Why are you all in the shadows creeping and sneaking and doing all these things? But my issue is particularly stronger with the brothers who so-called conscious and who saying they standing for the people and building the people. The very first thing, the foundation of building the people and building your nation is building families. So you sleeping with that brother's wife. They have children. They're in a household together. They have a family. But you sleeping with her. So you know what's at risk? You know what you really facilitating the destruction of? Their family. Oh, but you into nation building, right? No, you're not. You're a freaking hypocrite. You're a liar. And you need to be called out. And you need to be held accountable. And the sister need to stop doing what she doing. Because I'm going to tell you right now, and again, I understand if we're here building families, and I know a lot of people, are raised thinking, you stick it out if you're unhappy, and, you have children and you stick it out and you make it work. So, you can raise the children and have a stable household and everything for your children. And I'm never judging anybody for whatever their decisions are as far as, period, really. And this isn't a judgment, but this is this is a calling out, and this is me recognizing that this behavior is very destructive for the growth and the development of our people. And, these brothers have no sexual responsibility, no sexual discipline, and it's got to stop. And the sisters too, but if you're unhappy in a relationship, you need to dissolve that relationship, but you need to dissolve that relationship properly. And a father and a mother can be creative enough to come up with a system where it's still stable enough to raise their children, co-parenting. It may take a little more work. It may take a little more, focus and creativity, like I said, but that can happen in two separate households. I feel that the children are going to respect you more if they realize that, you know what, our parents didn't just, stick it out and suffer it. And then we're raised seeing how two people are tolerating each other instead of celebrating each other. Because really, what's the purpose of that? I don't think that's really enriching for me to see my parents tolerating each other. And I know they don't get along. They don't even like each other. I want to be in a household where I see love and people celebrating each other and uplifting each other. I don't want to see people just being tolerated. So you can be creative enough to dissolve and mature enough to dissolve your relationship and still give your children stability in two separate households. Sister, you ain't got to be cheating with this man. And I'm going to tell you right now, if y'all hiding and sneaking and creeping and all in the shadows, it ain't what you think it is anyway. It ain't love. You just using that as some type of medicine. But you got to get to the root of the problem. And you got to value yourself. You got to love yourself. You can't, and then you risking your family, you risking the lives and the safety of yourself and your children. And it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. And these brothers out here doing this, and they know that these women are married, or, and then like I said, they just collecting, twat tokens all over the place. Just they got riches. They can go in their pocket anytime and drop a coin. Like, I got this one, I got that one. What kind of responsibility is that? What kind of nation building is that? Why you got to do that? And then if you're doing that, if that's going to be your lifestyle, if you really want to be a polygamous man, then do it righteously. Bring these sisters together. Let them meet each other. Let them build a sisterhood. Let them, give consent. Let them develop let them have a say. If that's really what you want to do. We outnumbering y'all anyway. It's going to come down to a lot of sisters having to share their men anyway. But be responsible in it. Live your life in the light. Why you a conscious man, you an African man, you a king, you nation building. What you got to hide? What you hiding for? Who you hiding from? Who you hiding from? And if it's just really about the sex, you ain't building nothing. You ain't building nothing. You looking outside of yourself for some type of solution, for some type of salve, for some type of medicine, for some type of quick fix. But every time you still gonna be left feeling empty, because the solution is inside of you. But the brothers out here hoeing, thinking they pimping. And this whole, well, if women have more than one man, she a hoe. No, whoever out here with multiple sexual partners and being irresponsible is hoeing. That's not just exclusively, for women. These brothers out here being straight up reckless. It's ridiculous. But then you want to be in somebody's face and think people gotta, you want respect and you want, come on. We got to do better than this. It's time for sexual discipline in our communities. People, it's daughters and sons being molested in households. All of it is just different branches from the same root. It's lack of sexual responsibility. It's this sexual perversion, and it's got to stop. It's got to be eradicated. And I'm gonna tell you, I really think a major part of it is, when they took the woman out of the God concept, because that's just a concept. It's mother, father. We're created from a whole. There's no separation. But now that everybody's praising this man God, this masculine God, you know, the woman isn't being honored. The woman isn't being nurtured. The woman isn't being lifted up. You know? So, you know, men are socialized to think that, you know, women are just their little plaything. They're here for their pleasure and their enjoyment.